All right, go.
Say, what's up, guys?
Okay, so we're out here at West Coast Exotic Cars today. We're hanging out and they have an entire car show going on. So many cool toys. We got a Ferrari right here. We got all kinds of stuff. I just saw a GTR pulling, so I'm really happy about that. Of course, we have Hunter here. Nice to see you, man. Always a pleasure to see Hunter, our boy over here. You guys have seen him in the vlog. But let's cruise around, check some things out, and we have another old friend that we haven't seen in a very long time, and he's running around here somewhere, so let's go find him.
On track, now we gon' way up. W's as easy as a layup. Working late, stay up. Counting all the way up. Counting blessings, yeah, you know we pray up.
That's still Scooter.
You guys, for those of you guys that have been like following me forever, like on Instagram and things like that, Jordan. You guys have probably not seen Jordan in a very, very long time. At least, like I said, not on my videos.
Why not, dude?
Because, dude, you don't ride anymore.
I rode once.
A year ago.
Rode once.
A year ago.
Yeah, but I still ride technically, if you think about it.
I mean, you did just get a couple clips right there. Let me see a bri really quick. Let me just bri flat. Don't hit the GT. Here, I'll actually go on this side just in case your scoot flies out, and I'll stop it. All right, here we go. Bri flat. Wait, let me just see the push again. Let me get the angle. Go.
I landed it.
You're like a goat.
I'm gonna get on a scooter. Let's ride.
I have 2 scooters in my car right now. If we go there, I want a double whip out of you. If you don't do it first
I'll give you
try,
15 bucks. No, I need that. Yeah.
That one? Here, hold that real quick.
It's dial.
It's dial, bro. Jordan.
All right, hold on. Wait,
Okay.
why are scooter decks so far back these days?
That's not.
It is.
No, it's an 83.
All right, Ray, you want it?
Let's do it. Come on, double.
I'll double with my eyes closed.
Triple then.
But there's money.
See now?
Oh!
Dude, watch that toe. I know those shoes aren't thick. Yeah, you're too bougie now, dude. Hey, you got triple second go? Okay.
I don't think I used to be able to triple Hey, the thing about scootering, you know this. You learn when you don't ride.
Valid. Now double.
Oh, that's type.
Double for my cheese. Oh, dang it. Okay, well, there went my 15 bucks.
Get it, girl. Give us a bunny hop.
I don't know how to do that.
Just jump and hang on.
That's it.
That was it. That was good. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, okay. Okay.
That was clean.
That was good.
That was like Tyler Chaffin right there.
Whoa.
I love Tyler.
He always does that upside down, though. Dang, okay, dude. That's what I'm talking about.
Bro, you don't need a ride.
Yo, I still can't do that. Don't worry. Oh, no.
Oh, my God.
No. No freaking way.
What's up, bro?
Adriani is here.
No.
Jordan, how do you feel about your man doing this right now?
Oh, I just want him to hurt himself.
Hey, she said backflip. Dang, that's close. He's like, all right, I'm done. I'm gonna stub a toe.
That was my once for the year, and then I'll see you next year.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jordan Bow. We miss you, Jordan.
No, we miss you more.
very much. We're gonna ride again soon, very soon. The new pump track. I gotta cruise over to Escondido. We're gonna ride at that skate park and visit Ethan. But shouts out to our boy, Jordan Bow.
Hey, it's an
for
honor.
always being the homie.
Pleasure.
He now lives in the area again.
Let's race our cars.
All right.
Or they're both red.
All right, to Esco we go. Okay, so we're over here at Esco right now. I have both of my scooters. I have my Prodigy S8, which I just got in the mail like 2 or 3 days ago. I just filmed, I believe, 1 or 2 videos about this scoot. And I have my normal scooter, which has my AOSV4 deck on the bottom, Lambo wheels, Union/onion bars, which is what a lot of people would call them, vital grips, got all the goods on this scoot. But tonight we're going to be doing a comparison between the Prodigy S8 and my custom scoot. So I gotta get warmed up before the night ends. I mean that in 2 ways. 1, to actually like warm up my legs and get my juices flowing, and 2, because it's freaking cold. Okay, so we have our normal scoot to ride right now just to warm up a little bit. So let's cruise, have a little bit of fun. But before I move forward, I forgot my little foam thing. So if this sounds really bad when it comes to wind noise, I apologize. Man, it's freaking cold. I got my gloves on because I'm freezing. We might as well really get those juices flowing by just doing a straight up back heat on the hip. So let's get that really quick. All right, let's do it on this one right over here. Today is Ethan's birthday. Ethan, 15 years old. We gotta get a line together, a birthday line. It's not my birthday, but it's your birthday, so that means it's a birthday line. All right, birthday boy dropping in right now. Jump in the box with big ol' 1-footer. All right, the double whip, 180 bri. Now we both have to back that box over there. Hopefully nobody snakes us. I'm gonna give him a little bit of room though. All right, Ethan with the back, getting his back. Birthday lines for the win. 3 tuck my hander right into the bar manny, and it's all fakey. I just listened back on that clip and the audio of it is so bad. So we're gonna have to switch to the chest mount for the night. Okay, so we have our chest mount on and we have the Prodigy right now. Now, I have ridden this scooter pretty much forever, so I know exactly how this thing rides, but let's just warm up on this one really quick just so I can make sure I'm not gonna freaking die. All right, so dropping in, just a quick bar spin to manual on this here experiment thing. Now dropping back on this side, just a 360. Wow! All right, so let's talk about the differences between the Prodigy S8 and my scooter, shall we? Okay, so we're gonna start out with the top of the scooters between the two. So the most obvious thing is the Vital grips versus the Envy grips. Both are really good grips, but the main difference that I can personally feel between the two scooters is the bar size. These bars are not nearly the same size as these. These are about an inch taller, maybe a little bit more, maybe an inch and a half taller than these ones are, as you guys can see right there. And for me being as tall as I am, I need as tall of bars as I can possibly get, which in this case, these are the tallest bars that I can get from Envy, coming in at, I believe, 25 tall, maybe just under 25. I am running these bars completely standard, so they're 22 inches wide, and this is the biggest field difference as of right now. Now, does that take away from the scoot? No, I don't think so at all. I've still been able to do every single flip combo on the scooter that I've ever tried. Obviously this one's is pretty self-explanatory because I ride this one on a day-to-day basis. But honestly, I've been riding this scooter a lot recently. I actually recently just did like a pretty cool clip, something I've never done before, is a front scoot manny. I'll play it right here. That was at Chino last night, and when I did the front scoot, caught it, manualed out, felt perfect, did the bar in, and it felt like it was my personal scooter. As for clamps, we have an Envy double clamp right here. That is pretty much the same clamp. The only difference between the two is this one has this little like slit in the side of it between the two bolts. That takes away a little bit of weight. This one does not have that. It's a little bit beefier, but this clamp is also a lot older than the new one, but they both hold on to the scooters totally fine, no problems there at all. Same exact headsets. Obviously this one's running a lot better right now because it is brand spanking new. Mine is 1000% not brand spanking new at all. Moving down to the fork. This is the new Prodigy fork, and it is compatible with pretty much any wheel you could possibly imagine. 24 to 30 mil wide, 100 millimeter to 120 millimeter in actual diameter, so it's an amazing fork. It's a great design, and I haven't had any issues with the wheels coming loose or anything like that. And to be 100% honest, with this fork versus the SLB V3, right now, I'm kind of liking this one. And I think it's just because it looks beefier. So when you look down on the scoot, there's a little more width to this fork as opposed to the SLB V3. I don't feel like there's a strength difference at all, but this one's a little more sleek. But it kind of brings me back to the old days when I used to ride old SR forks and things like that. I don't know, I kind of like it. It's something that I was used to at one point, not anymore, and it's cool to see it back. The wheels. Okay, this is gonna be a big one. At this point in time, I like certain things about the two. As for the gap wheel, I love the design on the wheel and I love the color of the urethane. The 24 millimeter wide PU is something that I haven't ridden in a very long time, and I think I'm kind of a little bit nostalgic on it, and but I love this wheel a lot. Pretty much the same exact urethane, same bearings in there. As for the Envy Lambo, I like the look of the Lambo a little bit more, but as for an actual riding perspective, I think I'm liking this one right now. I don't know if it's just because it's new. I don't think that's the case. I think I actually really do like this wheel because of the fact that it just rides really nicely. I've gotten compliments on the actual color because when you see this color in the sunlight, you can see through the actual wheel, which I think is really, really neat. The pad printing on the side is really sleek. It's really cool. I don't know. I like this wheel a lot. I still love the Lambo wheels. They're 120, so the same exact thing as this, but I don't know. I'm liking the gap wheel a little bit more right now. And that's really weird to say because I didn't think I was ever gonna say that. Being that the brakes are exactly the same on this scooter, we will not be touching on that because that's obvious. The last thing I want to compare are the decks. Now, the AOS V4 I have been riding forever. I love, and I mean I love this deck. It has lasted me forever in so many different occasions. This specific deck I think I've been riding for about 2 months now. Nothing wrong with it whatsoever. It's not making all kinds of nasty noises. It's not bananaed. I have plenty of room to keep on grinding and stuff like that because I don't do so many grinds, but if you do a lot of grinds, there's more than enough meat on here to actually grind to where you're not not gonna basically be sliding on just a flat surface and not getting locked into certain grinds that you want. Obviously love my graphic on the deck. I worked super hard on this thing with my buddy Blair, and I love everything about this deck thus far. And that's saying a lot, because I've ridden this thing for a very, very long time. Now, the Prodigy deck. I love pretty much every single thing about this deck also. The head tube is absolutely incredible. It's an amazing design, something that's kind of like ventured out a little bit with Envy. You've seen this style of head tube on a lot of Fasten decks, but the fact that Envy went this route, I think, is incredible. The welds are incredibly clean on this thing. The color is obviously fantastic. Love this jade colorway. Got all the blue, or the green and the purples in there. I almost said blue, is my mistake. It kind of looks blue right now though, but that's because I'm wearing my mint doodle hoodie, so it like just shines off of it because this thing is freaking fire. Get yours at www.raymondwarner.com. Christmas is coming soon, so get your merch on your Christmas lists. Between the two decks, obviously there are pros and cons. The only con I would say the AOSV4 has, comparing to this deck, not in general, just comparing to this deck, is the fact that this deck does not have this. You can't even see it right now, but I love that look. And the fact that this is like the holographic looking one is so freaking cool, and I wish that this deck came standard with that little detail, because of the fact that it's a little bit of flavor in there that you're not used to seeing on the older decks like this. Cons with this deck. Now, I don't have any cons with this deck, literally zero, other than it's more of an opinion. It's not necessarily a con, because if you were to call this a con, every deck in the entire world is going to have this con. And it's just the size. This is not the size that I personally would ride on a day-to-day basis. It's 19.5 inches wide by it's 19.5 inches long by 4.75 inches wide. My deck is 4.75 inches wide by 20.25 inches long. So it's a half inch longer. So, and that's a lot when you've been riding as long as me and you do certain maneuvers that you can definitely feel it's a little bit off when it comes to weight. I do a lot of tail ups and things like that, and when I whip them around extremely fast, I can feel the differences between a 19.5 inch long deck versus that 20.25 inch long deck. It's just, it's the weight distribution is, I could get used to this. I'm not saying that this is something I couldn't ride. I could absolutely get used to this. I could ride this for 2 days and probably be like, oh, I love this size now, because I would be then used to it. But as of right now, I'm just not. I've been riding this deck for the last 4 years now, 3 or 4 years, and I love it. I love it, and I cannot wait for more people to get on these scooters, to just try them out. And I think a lot of people that go out and get a complete scooter nowadays are absolutely gonna adore this thing. Is this scooter a contender when it comes to comparing it to my scooter? The answer is abso-freaking-lutely. This thing is an awesome scooter, not only for a beginner or amateur level rider, for any rider out there. And if you get one of these, I'm sure it'll last you plenty of time. Of course, you're gonna have to switch out normal things. Wheels eventually are gonna wear out. Headset, you're gonna eventually have to get changed. But as a whole, for a $200 scooter, it's like a dream. There's no way that this would have been a reality when I was 15, 16, 17 years old. This is no way. We were all pushing around on $50 razors, and that's all we had. We had the hot glue in there. So the fact that you guys can go out and get something like this today is, you guys are lucky. You don't even know. You're so lucky. I know a lot of you guys are sitting there saying like, he rides for Envy. He has to say it's a good scooter. I don't have to say it's a good scooter. I say it because I'm not lying. I let every single person that's asked me any questions about this, I let them take it, test it out, and literally 0 people have disliked it. Nobody, not one person. Every single person that I've let ride this thing has been like, that is an awesome scoot. Hey, watch. You rode the scooter earlier.
Yeah, I did.
Come here, come here. You like this scooter?
I loved it.
You love it, right?
Gage was actually asking me earlier, is like, I want to get a new scooter. What scooter should I get? Should I get a Prodigy? Should I build something crazy? I was like, dude, you can do whatever you want, but at the end of the day, the Prodigy S8 is an awesome scooter, especially for that $200 price point. I let him cruise it. He rode it for a few minutes, just a few minutes, and he was like, dude, this thing is awesome. He loves it. And you heard it. I didn't ask you to say anything.
Oh no, you didn't.
Yeah, okay, I'm just clarifying that. You want to ride it?
Yeah.
Ride it. Go and tell me what you think when you come back. Are you here to test out the Prodigy?
Yeah.
My man.
I want it.
Let me get another Chuck knee. Freaking Max, you're right in the middle of the clip. You're taking a couple lines on the scooter now. How does it feel?
Really
like,
smooth.
don't lie to me. I want you to tell them exactly what you think about it. Like, what do you like?
It's so smooth, and like whenever I'm doing the tail ups, because the headset's in you.
We're gonna pass the scoot over to Max now. Max is gonna take it. He's gonna give it a shot over the hip over there. I want to see him get a good trick over it.
I love the deck. The deck feels very nice. Wheels are smooth.
The only thing I change is like the bars. Yeah, they're a bit big for me.
So here's Max's scooter right here. Put your scooter down on the ground. See, Max is the opposite. Yeah, it's a little bit big. See what I mean? Like his are about 1.5 inches shorter.
Look at the height difference here.
Hi.
Little guy, big guy. But
Thank you so much, Max, for riding the
no
scooter.
worries.
Glad you like it. You can keep riding it if you want, dude. Go for it.
And I'm getting a new scooter soon, so I might cop this.
Perfect. Go have some fun, dude. We've got the birthday boy on the Prodigy S8 right now. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna backflip it.
He's gonna backflip it, and he just told me he has never backflipped another scooter other than his. So he's gonna give it a shot on the S8, and let me know what you think about it, dude.
Okay.
Full snap, Ethan. Dropping in right now, coming up for that backy. Woo! First go.
Nice.
You like it?
Yeah.
Did it feel good doing the backy?
Yeah,
Yeah?
I've never flipped any other scooter than mine, and then I just did it.
You can keep riding it if you want. Go for it. Oh! Ho, ho, ho. Woo, there she is.
yes, mate. For those of you guys that have questions about the S8 that I did not answer in this video, please leave them in the comments below. I'd love to answer them. But I love the Scoot. I will definitely be keeping my personal Prodigy S8 in the back of my car just in case I want to take it out and play with it a little bit because like I said, it's an amazing scooter, especially for the price, and I love those wheels. But thank you guys so much for watching today. That's the quick comparison between the Prodigy S8 versus my personal scooter. But thanks again for watching, guys, and until next time, your boy's out of here. Later.